public relations and PR money. So we'll talk about PR money in this 98th episode of the NATA PR School podcast.
Bonjour. Hello, everyone. I'm Nata, host of the NATA PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager and you're about to launch a new product or service, or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At NATA PR, we deal with real clients every day and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening and let's get started.
Bonjour, hello, and welcome. I'm your host, Nata, as always. And today we talk about PR money. Some of you may know this, but I like to talk with young digital marketing professionals, the ones who are under 30 years old, who are discovering public relations when I'm talking to them. And I love to see their faces light up when they finally understand and figure out that public relation is the best part of any organic digital marketing plan. I love when they say, "What? So you guys, public relations, it's not some dusty old industry to be, that's over, that's on the verge of disappearing, the verge of extinction? No? Oh my God, it's not, you guys are not just like talking to cranking out newspapers, articles that our generation doesn't even read anymore, on paper magazine, paper newspaper. Well, no, my friend. PR is more relevant than ever. Why? Because we still manage to generate articles, but online. More than 80% of all our results are online. So we convince a website, online magazines, online newspaper to talk about our client's product or to do interview with our clients. This is what we do. And we don't pay for that. So that's why it's so powerful even today. And that's why it's the organic part of it. So for all our listeners who are not familiar with all these new digital age terms, that those that your new marketing director is telling you. So organic simply means that it wasn't paid for. So it's not an ad. An ad is paid for. An article, a critic, a review, an interview is not paid for. So it's not publicity. It's pure organic, as I love to say. And listen to this. According to Google and other algorithms, this will give your brand, for example, a real value and will really improve your ranking in the search engines, for sure. That's what it does. That's why all the large corporations still use PR as never before. But let's go back to the topic of this podcast. Now we're talking about PR money. So there's money spent here, so it's not 100% organic. But it's a practice that adds to our organic work. You'll see, I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that. At NATA PR, we like to define PR money as a small budget, extra budget, to help us go further with an influencer that has already talked about one of our clients, that loves the product, that we know that their fans also reacted positively when this influencers talked about it. So this is when PR money comes handy. But let's go back in time just a little bit, because this practice, which first appeared, a few years ago, I'm really bad with the past, maybe more than 5 years ago, in response to the ad agencies. Why? Because these ad agencies started paying influencers on one side because they had the big budget, not the PR money. So they had the ad money and they started paying influencers. And at one point we were, wait a minute. We could use this money so much better. And this is how we started telling our clients, why don't you let us handle the part of the budget that you could allocate to the influencers? So public relations agencies started having budget what we call at NATA PR, PR money to pay influencers. But how we do it in a very different way at NATA PR. We just don't pay just, to have access. We like to know that there's a real link before we even start paying influencers. At NATA PR, we still ask influencers to try out our clients' products, first of all, before we pay them, because we like to know if there's something genuine and real. How else do you know if you have a real, genuine relation with someone if you start by, the first conversations we have with them is, would like to pay you to talk about our product? Doesn't make sense, right? That means, the influencers are always free to take the products and test it out. We don't force them. So they can say yes or no, I want to receive your product. And what's interesting is that very often, if they like your product, they will introduce it to their fans. And then you can measure the impact or the reactions on their fan. This is when, that's the first step, is 100% organic. We don't pay anyone. We just propose products. So this is when PR money comes handy. That's right after that. Because if you see a strong response from the influencers community, then it's interesting to take it a step further and pay the influencers in order to access their community. I highly respect the work of influencers because it's so much work, my friends. Start building a community. It doesn't happen overnight. There's a lot, especially those who do it well, and they are serious about, they respect their fan, they have a large community, and they maintain their community. They keep them, let's say they give them great content and information. So by paying them, we can offer then a discount, a code, so their fans can go on the website of our clients and buy the product, let's say for a reduced price for a limited time. But you can understand that you're asking the influencers to access their fans, and this has a value, of course. So I don't know if you've seen that on Instagram. Used to be the swiping up, swipe up. Now you can just put also a clickable link on any Insta story, so you can send anyone on the website. So this is a great way to see if the fans of these influencers react positively to your offer, to your product, to your service. This is how you can measure if there is something interesting, a real love between their fans and your product. So here's a summary on how we work for our clients whenever we work with influencers. First, choose influencers who match our clients' value. We identify influencers that do match our clients' value. Number one. Number two, we choose influencers whose community is well engaged. So they react, comment. You see, you can read the comments. There's many likes. And number three, we offer influencers our client's product. That's step number three. So do you want to test the product or not? And then, we stay open for any comments, positive or negative, right? It can happen for sure. So these are the three first steps. So choose influencers that share the values of our clients. Number two, choose influencers whose community is super engaged. Number three, we propose products to influencers. As you can imagine, this takes time. It does not happen overnight, right? We have to contact them. First of all, find them, so a lot of research. Then contact them, look at their fans and their community, and then propose products. And then you have to wait for this influencer to talk about the product or not. So let's say these first three steps happen. Then what are the next steps? We offer the influencers, let's say, a limited budget for a short campaign, first of all. This is where the PR money comes handy. That really align with the expectation of our clients. We can use a promo code and see and gauge if the community is interested by the product. That's number one. Sometimes, the fan might react positively on something the influencers talk about, new jeans, let's say. And then if you propose a promo code, you might be super disappointed. But, if you haven't spent more than a small amount, some PR money, $500 to, $2,000, it's not the end of the world, right? It's still money, I understand, but it's not tens of thousands of dollars in a campaign. So you can test. This is the beauty of the the web and social media. So that's number one. Number two, if fans purchase the jeans of our client, let's say you see that there's a real interest, you sell some jeans. So then you can go further and propose a longer and more extensive campaigns, contests, and all kinds of activity you can do. You can even ask the influencers what they think and what they'd like to offer their fans. Sometimes they have like better idea than you and I because they know them. Sometimes they even know their fans by name, so they know what they're looking for. Ask them what they would do. Number three, propose a long-term partnership. Why not? Of several months even. Or you say, well, I'm launching 3 different products this year. Why don't we work on a 6-month campaign together? What do you think you'd like to do? What do you think your fans would like? So these are steps, 6 steps at the end. Definitely, we know PR agencies how to work with influencers, how to talk to them, how to approach them, and how to develop a real partnership with them that's going to work and be in line with your products, my friends who are listening. And of course, yes, it takes time, as you can see by the number of steps. Right? If you want to do sales overnight, do publicity. Don't do that. This is a very different thing. It's not 100% publicity as you can imagine. So many PR agencies like ours have developed like very interesting connections with influencers as well as journalists, of course, based on respect. We love them genuinely. We love what they do and we respect their work and we understand their target audience. So this is a key to staying in the long-term game, not just the moment, because this is what you want to do with PR and even with PR money is last and do something that stays in time, not publicity. And hear me well, because I'm not against publicity. I haven't do publicity campaign on my own, but it's a different kind of work that completes your ad work. Because when you do PR campaign, it's because you want to last in time. You want to create this desire, not just, hey, we have this product, buy it now. It's very different. And after 22 years managing NATA PR, founding it, and I'm still at the head of NATA PR, you can see that I know a thing or two about long game. And I think, if we talk about PR money in this podcast, you see how we use that money. We try to, make it last as much as possible. So you want to know how much it costs? I can hear you think. So what's the cost of such a campaign? Well, of course, it depends on the scope of the influencers community. If let's say the influencers has 3,000 fans and the other one has 3 million, of course, the price is going to be very different. It depends also on your country, the market you're in. But doing a test with influencers, if they're small, it can cost you $500 just to do one little test, propose a code. If the influencers love your product, mentioned it to its fan, did a unboxing, and you saw some positive reaction, you can contact them afterward and say, well, would you... is it possible for you to do a post or a story again and, tell your fan that we're giving them this fun discount for them. So this helps you to measure. It can be anywhere like from $5,000 to $2,105 or $3,000, a few $1,000s, as you can see. It depends really on the number of fans, of course. But that's what's the beauty of it. So you can really test with small budget, even if money is money, and I completely understand that and respect that. But it's not like tens of thousands of money in a campaign and you don't have any results. So you can really test. That's the beauty of the web, my friends, and of social media, of course. So I hope that you've enjoyed this little PR break, as I'd like to say. And please join me next week and get on our list if you're not there. Go on NATA PR. In exchange of your email, you will receive our 6-step NATA PR model for free. And I hope you'll be joining me next week. À la semaine prochaine.
Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the NATA PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.